On this episode of the RE Solution, Juliana Torres stops by and she's gonna dance for you.
No, you're gonna dance for them.
So today, Juliana stopped by and I got her to commit to doing a video with us. And so she's with Treasure Property Group. They have a really cool thing going over there. And tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your team that you got going on and what you guys are doing.
Oh boy, I got to be in camera.
That's
okay,
it.
So I always see all these videos of Chad and Facebook and I'm like, man, that's so cool. I want to see what is it that they're doing. I love this company. I think the video you're trying to make it more towards me and I just want to talk about them. But yes, I am with Treasure Property Group and we have our office in West Palm Beach. So any needs, anything that you need about getting your house, selling your house, anything about real estate, we are the person to go to. We work with them, very closely. It's really our preferred lender and it makes everything so much easier. So we have a really nice, small, but very like a close family, I will say. Once you go into our office, it feels like a family.
Oh,
It's
when I
not
go there, that is true. Like
Yeah.
you feel like everyone just has a good time together. You
Yes.
guys all seem like you are not only coworkers, but kind of friends, and you guys hang
Definitely.
out. And
Definitely.
so you definitely get that feel when you go there.
We'll help each other. There's no competition. There's no this. It's everything about helping each other be successful in this. It's not so easy field like a lot of people
Right.
think. Oh, I'm just gonna go
They
get
make
my
it sound-
license
they make it
and
sound like
open
it, right?
doors and closing and yeah.
There's a lot
but
more.
but we love it. I mean, we love helping people, helping families, especially in the Hispanic community. People think it's so hard to get a house. So it's awesome when you are actually able to help them get their dream.
I do feel like they're
accomplished.
more, I don't want this to sound whatever, but I feel like they're more thankful and appreciative of the hand holding that they get, and you don't always get that with every demographic of the clients. But when you work with the Hispanic community, it's like they just really are
Yeah.
genuinely grateful for the help and shepherding them through the process. And you guys do a really good job of that.
That is true. I don't know if you know this, but I was helping. Well, when I got my license, I got my headshot and I put it on Facebook and I said, I'm a real estate agent now, So I got a lead for a rental of someone that I used to work with. And I'm like, why is she not buying? So I was super new, but I got her to buy a house. And so we were, showing properties. And there was a house that it had a sign and it said they offer help for closing costs. And I heard of that before, but it was like every time we would call, they will say there's no funds. And I'm like, well, let's give it a try. And I called and I said, are you sure there's funds? And they're like, oh yeah, there's plenty. So that was close with us.
Nice. Yep.
And so that's how I actually found them. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was a great experience. And since then, we're like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's actually something we should look at doing more of, is putting the signs out. And actually, if Adam's watching this, he had an idea too of putting out yard signs in front of the houses that are for sale, and also for the open houses.
Yeah.
To say, this home qualifies for, a $10,000 grant or down payment assistance. And I think that will help you guys from both, if you're doing an open house, other buyers walking in,
Yeah.
because even if they don't buy that house, knowing that there's down payment assistance, that's gonna be a conversation piece for the realtor sitting in the open house to
Definitely.
then have with the client and hopefully convert that person into a buyer for you as well. So another thing I know that Juliana's working on is kind of starting with more of the marketing side of things and with the branding of Treasure Property Group. And I know that she has Ingrid here behind the camera. You can't see her. She's back there, but is going to be helping with a lot of their social media and stuff. So I have seen her on video a lot more, which I think is great. And so tell us a little bit about how that's gone for you so far and kind of coming out of your shell and starting to do that.
Yeah, well, it's been awesome. I mean, I think everybody is good at something and you just kind of have to, pinpoint what it is. And in the office, they know. They're like, Julie, you're good at talking and you're good with people and, let's just get you in camera. And so it's been nice. I wanted to be an actress when I was a little girl. So
now you are.
It's actually Finally,
finally coming true.
After a few years, you know.
So what have you found? So what's been maybe the biggest advantage of starting to do video now? Have you gotten any kind of feedback from people that have seen you on camera or on social media? And how has that feedback been so far?
It's been great. I mean, especially because you kind of like put yourself more out there, especially because a lot of people, not everyone is looking for a house, buy a house, or sell a house. So, you know, when you post your picture on closing, or, you know, you don't really get much feedback, but when they see that you're doing something different, you know, it always gets their attention. So I have definitely been getting more feedback from people, you know, congratulating, and, you know, that's awesome that you're doing this. So, hey, by the way, if you know someone that's looking for a house, you know.
You got to always let people know what you're doing, because they do forget. I mean, everybody's busy in their day-to-day lives. And
that is true. If you don't say it, if you don't ask for it, how are you going to get it?
I think every realtor watching this has had that experience of, like, your neighbor or your coworker or your friend or somebody like bought or sold a house without you, and they either forgot that you were a realtor, and it's like, you're like,
that
seriously?
Is true.
Like, I'm right here?
Yeah,
you know
we have to. Yeah, I mean, I thought I would post enough, you know, for people to know, but surprisingly, not really. Not everybody knows, and I have been more intentional about asking for business, and so it already happened. You know, I'm like, hey, when are you gonna buy a house? He's like, oh my gosh, Julie, I am closing on my house this month. I didn't know.
You're like
that okay,
sucks.
well,
yeah. And people, we all can relate to how that feels. And we've all been there. And I think that the other thing that a lot of the realtors that are watching this, and I know that you're embracing it, is to get out of their shell and outside of their comfort zone to do the videos, because it is the future of you know, you have to. And Gary Vee, my boy, always says, you have to look at yourself, especially in the real estate field, you have to look at yourself as a media company.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you have to position yourself as a media company, and how do you do that?
It's your business,
That's your business.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I'm a realtor. I'm like, no, you're not. You're a marketer, you're a salesperson, you're a media company. Like, the real estate just happens to be, that's
counselor.
That's true. That's true. Like, we're it all. So I just wanted to get her on real quick. I know she has to run, and she doesn't have a lot of time here today, but I wanted you guys to all meet Juliana, and we'll throw Treasure Property Group's information along the bottom of the video here, and if you ever want to reach out to her and ask her any questions, she's a wealth of knowledge in the real estate profession, so definitely hit her up, and thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Even if you want to find out about our office and working for Treasure Property Group, I mean, it's a great company to be in. And
very much so. So thanks again.
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
Guys,
you.
We will see you again next week, same time, same place on the RE Solution. Until then, have a great week. Bye-bye.